Hey everyone. Today I have got a kit called I Love You Too Much. This came out September 6th of 2025 and I just seen it on there I don't know, a short while ago, month or two ago, and I don't remember when it was, but maybe it was before Christmas, I don't know, but I waited and waited for it to come into stock, and then I think I missed it, and then it came back in or something. I'm not sure, but I finally got it. I think that this is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So anyway, it is Teresa Donahue McManus is the artist, and I believe once I had seen some of her stuff, I love most of it. 25.6 by 25.6 inch, or 65 centimeters by 65 centimeters. It is square. We've got 93 colors, 6 ABs, and 3 fairy dust gems. Oh, and a little rubber band. Is that everything? Yeah, 68,121 total drills on this kit, and we're going to take a look at it and see if it is as beautiful as it is on the box. I'm sure that it is. Oops, I about knocked my lamp over. I'm bound and determined to tear something up. Okay, so we'll look at this toolkit real fast. If I can get it open. It takes me longer to get it open than it does to talk about it. Okay, so I've got a bag of baggies. We have a Diamond Art Club pen. It's got putty inside, and you just twist that up. Oh, twist and twist and twist, and the putty will come up eventually. It's not for me, but it wasn't twisted in there all the way. So a 4-placer on the other side, and then we have a tray with a lid and a stopper. They're stackable. It's got a pad of putty inside of here, a 7-placer, and a heart-shaped pad of wax in case you want to use that for multi-placing or whatever, however you do yours. So that is the toolkit, and then we have an envelope. So the envelope has just thank yous and branding on the outside. So let's tear into it, and maybe it does have on this corner over here the social media information for Diamond Art Club. And we have another bronze card, it looks like. But isn't she gorgeous? Oh my God, she's beautiful. So, and it also has, you know, the information on the card, of course. And yeah, so there's our card. The sticker book is in here, and then we have tips and tricks at the top. We've got QR codes on each side, one for a Facebook group and one for the app for Diamond Art Club. We have how-tos for how to work your pen, refill it, and then how to diamond paint. And then down here at the bottom, it's got all of everything that's going to be in the box. So your kit contents going to be down there. The sticker sheet, we have the diamond here. We have the Diamond Art Club Do What Makes You Sparkle. And then we have the name of the kit and the artist down here. They're all separate stickers. We've got the original artwork. And up here we have start and end date. And down here we have the information about the kit. So how many colors, that it's square, the size, and the SKU number. It's the number that matches from this little card to the canvas to the drills and so on. So that if you have to store them separately, you can do that. All right, and then all of your stickers to kit up are, your colors are inside of here. So, then we tear into this thing. If I can find the, there we go. There we go. All right. And this one, oh, it's not so bad size-wise. It's a little bit bigger. I mean, I don't know. I guess I expected it would be bigger than that, but this isn't actually too bad. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Okay. Let's let it flatten out, and then we will take a look at it in just a few minutes. All right, so maybe it's just a little bit bigger than my desk this way. So, all right, so that's quite a few gems, but then there are 93 colors, so that is a lot of color. Okay. All right. All right, we'll bring this down a little bit, and we have 740, 741, 400, 3857, 647, 758, 743, 918, 445, 779, 3778, 221, 3830, 451, 355, 3078, 841, 3371, 742, and 301. All right, 3777, 920, 356, 3823, 3772, 300, 919, 3826, 524, 327, 3072, and our first fairy dust is 3865, and then 754. Okay. 3834, 976, 3862, 310, 815, 814, 437, 606, and AB 917. 666, 3803, 304, 603, 798, 498, just checking, 3837, 817, 718, 803, and 921. Alrighty. Yeah, this is a lot of colors to read. 3805, 336, 6014, and then AB 3609. And then fairy dust 6012. All right. 891, 3608, 951, and AB 436. 995, and then AB 973. 6011, 947, and again AB 996. 900, and fairy dust 3766. All right, 3856, 469, 334, and 797. And the last strand finally. 3838, 792, 208, 704, 309, 796, 780, 772, 3845, and then AB 3810, 3819, $9.35, $9.93, $33.28, $2.10, $8.32, $30.52, $38.49, $38.48, and $9.04. All right. So that is all of the drills. Let's take a look at this pretty lady. Okay. So it was curled up. My lights there was, yeah, keeping it from flattening it out. So anyways, isn't she gorgeous? I just love this. It is so pretty. Oh. And the bottom of it here. It is just so pretty. Okay, so let's take a look and see if we can find some of these special drills. All right, what all do we have? Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 of them. Okay, so let's get to it. So it'll take me all day. All right. So we've got AB 436, and I don't know where it is, but it's the first one listed. So, okay, right here. That is going to be, I think that's what that is, or maybe it's not. It looks a little different. A little different. I don't usually have anything that's unclear on here, but no, I think those are different. I don't know if it's the way the light's hitting it, but those looked like, okay, so it's like a ball with a line through it, but that's something different. I think it's maybe, okay, all right, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm sure, there we go, there we go, there we go. Well, that's just one of them, but there's one right there, that AB, that brown, well, there's another rubber band. Well, I don't know where it went now. And there may very well be some more down here that I'm not seeing, but I don't want to take all day, so. Yeah, I don't see. Oh. Yeah, there's some more down here in this corner. So it's kind of, well, here. Let me see if I can get this thing over here a little bit more. All right, so they kind of go up this line right here, and then down this way. These rows right here are all that AB, and then there's some more going down here. Oh, wait a minute, it stops. Wait, no, that's not where I was, right here. Okay, and there's a couple there. Yeah, and it goes, oh, that is the same row. I'm such a ding-dong. Okay, anyway. I got sidetracked with these rows going down, but that is the same thing down here. Okay. All right, that's it there. Let me see. Oh, no, I don't know. I'm not seeing too much of that. I don't think that was one of the bigger bags either, so there's some up here. I don't think so. All right, so that's where some of it is anyway. I'm sure there's probably more, but that's all the time I'm going to put into that one. All right, the next one is a pink. It is 917. It's an AB, and it is the arrow pointing up to the left. So let's see if we can find that one. Okay. I'm not having any luck with that one either. Oh, this one might be a tricky canvas. Nope. Wow. This is crazy. All right. Okay, right here in this flower, there's a whole bunch of them in there. There's some in here and in here. All right. There's a few right here in that one, that flower. Let's see, there's a few here and here. There's some right in there and right in here. There's a bunch of them there. There's a few here. There's a whole bunch of them here at the top. Okay, that might be, there's a few. There's one right there. Maybe that's it. Just that one. Might be. Okay, there's some more flowers over here though. Okay, I'm not seeing any in that one. There's some right there. Let's see, there's a bunch of them in here all the way around where the darker is. And then there's some there and there. But yeah, some of the darker shading in that flower there. And I don't know, there's a few right there. That might be pretty much it. I didn't see anything down here at the bottom, but okay, there's one right there. Yeah, I'm not going to go through and pick out one here and there, but you know, there may be a few there that I missed, but get the gist of it. All right, let's see. So there's a yellow AB next, 973. All right, and I can see some of those already. Okay, there are some right here, and then some here. These yellows look very much alike, but one is an AB and one is not. Okay, there's a couple right there. One right there. There's a row of them across the top right there. All right, let's see. These are not. Okay, there's some right here. That patch of yellow right there. Oh, my glary light is on it, but right there. And then there's some right here in her earring. Okay, right there at the bottom and there at the top. There's one there and a couple right there, and that's it there. I'm gonna knock that light off of there. I just know it. Okay, there's a few right there in the flower. Let's see. There's a couple right there. Okay, let's move over here, and I think all right, so we've got about 6 of them right in there. There's just a handful of them thrown in there. There's a few right there. There's quite a few of them throughout these right here, that bright yellow in there. And there's a bunch of them in the middle here, and then a few going out. There's a few right there. There's a few more in this earring on the other side. And, all right, let's see. Is that it? Maybe. Maybe that's all. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it for for that yellow. So we'll move on to the next one is $9.96. So that really pretty blue. Yeah, there we had 6 ABs and 3 fairy dust. So, okay. So that blue, I'm guessing, what is the symbol? Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of that right in here. Kind of, yeah. And then there's some right here. There's a few right there, a few right in there. Okay, there's a few here, there. There's a couple on the earrings. So we've got, oh, maybe that's not. That might be different. Yeah, that's a different symbol, I think. Okay, there are some on this one, but I don't, but there's not on that one. Let's see. I don't see any down here. Yeah, I think that's all of the blue. Oh, there might be some in this flower here. Yeah, there are a few right in there. And there, right in here. And then some here and here. So yeah, that flower's got several of them in it. All right, next up we've got a light pink, AB 3609. And it is a diamond shape. So let's see if we can find that. I'm not seeing a lot of light pink down here. So probably in these flowers. Well, not seeing it there either. Okay, there's a couple here and here and there. So it looks very pale pink on the canvas. There's a few there. There's like 3 little spots there that there's a couple in. Oh, some of that brown that I was looking for earlier is in this necklace. There's some of it going all the way around on that necklace. So that's a pretty prominent place to put them. Okay. Okay, there's several of these diamond-shaped ABs, pink ABs, in this flower here, kind of just going out. Yeah. I don't think there's any there. That one's too bright. Okay. There's a few right there and there. There's a few in there. And then we've got several going all the way around this flower. It's the very light shading, I guess, or whatever, going around the edge. And then there's a few in the middle there. Okay. There's a bunch of them right there. Yeah. There's a couple there and a couple in that one. Don't see any in that one. All right. Or in the earrings, I guess. I guess that's it for the pink. Or all I'm finding anyway. There may be more. Oh, there are some down here. I don't know if I pointed these out or not. There's a few right there. There's a little few right there. A couple right there. That's pretty much all I'm seeing, though. Whoops, I've got it upside down. Okay, we've also got now AB 3810, which is another blue. So that one has got a couple of lines and then lines poking up out of it, almost like a flower symbol or something. Yep, there's some right over here. Let me turn this way. So that's this color right here. Those are all ABs. And then it stops there, I guess. I'm not seeing any more down here, so I'm guessing that it's a lot of them in the flowers up there around her head or whatever. Okay. Nope, not seeing any in there. Okay. Nope. Let's see. No, I'm not seeing them. So, oh yeah, I take that back. There's a couple right there, and there's like 4 of them there and there. Okay, and then there's some right here. There's a couple there, and then some of them right here. Okay. That's all there. All right. That's all I'm seeing. Okay, there's some more here kind of going around there. I don't know, maybe some, I don't know. There's not very many of them though. It's just okay, there's some right here kind of around the edge of, I don't know, one of the edges of the flower. Looks like that's it. I'm not seeing a whole lot of that. So yeah, there's very few of those, but we found a few of them anyway. All right, next up we've got the 3 fairy dust. We've got 3766, which is another blue. It is the 2 dots, and I know I've seen several of those, but I don't remember exactly where. I think they were up at the top. So we do have a few here, right here, fairy dust, and then there's a few right here and this on the side in our earring. We've got some all throughout this this flower, and then there's a patch of them right here. There's a good little bit of them. There's some more there. And here, and then we've got some right there, and there's a few there, and some right in here, and there's a few right in there. Yeah, and I think that is about it for those. Next up, we have the white, and I think everything on here that's actually white is that fairy dust. So right there, it's like the edge of some of her hair, right in here, all of that there is white, and then here, and then all of the white that's around or in these flowers is the fairy dust, and then the background, there's some thrown all over, and same over here. There's, no, that's not, okay, there's like 4 of them there on her nose. There's some in the flowers there, and here. There's some in that one, and there. They're just kind of all over. White, they throw in all kinds of places. They're just, yeah, all over the place. And then right here on her shoulder, it goes all the way up here, and then that big spatch of them is all white fairy dust. There's some in here. There's some there. There's some right there. And then again, there's some more up there in the flower. So where that white is. And that's it. And then we have 6012. It is a purple fairy dust. So let's see. So that is an F symbol. Yeah, okay. I don't see any down here. So, but there's some right here in that flower. There's a bunch of it kind of all over in that flower. Ooh. Let's see. There's some right here in this one. And around there. There's some there. There's some on that. Yeah, there's a bunch of it in there. There's some in this one. Now there's some, a different symbol. It almost looks like an upside down F. It's not, I don't think, but it was confusing me. So there's some in there, but okay, there's a few in this one. There's some right there. Okay, I think I said there's a few there, but I'm not sure. So there's a couple in the earring. And a couple in this earring. No, there's a few there. Okay, let's see. Any more F's? I can't tell what that is. It looked like a 1. Okay, I don't know. But I've found several of them, so yeah. I think, let me check these over here. There's a few right there in that one. And these are fairy dust. There's a square right there, so 4 of them right there. And then I think that's got it. And then in the earring, of course, that's got to be really close to them. Oh, there's a few right there and there. Yeah, I think that's about it. All right, and that is the last of, oh, there's some right there too. That is the last of the special drills in this kit. So what do y'all think? Do you like this one? Isn't she gorgeous? I just think she's very pretty. I just love it. The colors are pretty and bright and, I don't know, springy. And I don't know. I just want to be in that canvas. It's very gorgeous. So anyway, did anyone do this kit? If someone has done it and finished it, like I always tell you, I'd love to see a photo of your finished work. I'd love to see it done. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd love for you to throw that in the comments, or even just say hello. So, okay, that is all I have for you for today. I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you haven't already, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button below. And all right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.